Hey everybody, welcome to Face the Music. Let's do what we always do before we get started, okay? Today, album of the day, Chicago 17, okay? Our AOD. We've got some great songs on this album. If you know about Chicago, and I know many of you most likely do, then you already know. But today we've got album of the day, Chicago 17. Songs like, Stay the Night, Hard Habit to Break, Along Comes a Woman, and, their big smash, You're the Inspiration, among many others. I'm telling you right now, this is a great, great album. If you know about Chicago, like I said, you already know. And if you're not familiar with Chicago, then I'm sure that you've probably heard one of their songs or some of their music at some point throughout, your life. You heard them on the radio, or you've heard them in stores, or you've heard them somewhere, on TV in a show or something. Chicago, great band. I think I featured them actually quite a long time ago, actually, on this channel with 25 or 64, back with their original guitar player, Terry Kath, before he unfortunately passed away. I might actually revisit that episode because and that footage, because that was some great footage. I know that our channel has actually has grown exponentially over the past few weeks and months, and so a lot of you may have missed that episode. So I may go back and revisit that footage because Terry Kath, great guitar player extraordinaire, and that was a great song. But Chicago, album of the day, group of the day, fantastic. Okay, so let's go in and go ahead and get into today's episode. So you can see who we have today. We have Fleetwood Mac. I'm going to tell you right now, this song, I've been wanting to do this song for a while, and I guess since it's my channel and I'm the only one doing all of this, and when I say I've been wanting to, I could have probably gotten to it a long time ago. But other artists and other music kept popping up, and so eventually, I thought about it this morning, and I was thinking through some different episodes, and this song came to mind. I said, I'm going to do it. Today's the day. Here we go, Fleetwood Mac. I'm going to tell you, Lindsey Buckingham, as a guitar player, he is, I think, super underrated, but the man was just fantastic, had some great vocal ability, great guitar playing ability, great musician, and of course, you had Mick Fleetwood behind the drums, John McVie on bass, Christine McVie, just great musicians in their own right, and of course, the star of this particular performance, as always, with this song in that band, is Stevie Nicks. I'm telling you right now, this is some great footage. If you've already seen this footage before at some time in the past, then you already know. But if you haven't, and you're a fan of the band, and you like this song, check this out. If you haven't seen this before, I haven't seen it in quite a long time, but I'm going to pull it up, and we're going to feature it today. This is Fleetwood Mac live and Rhiannon.
This is a song about an old Welsh witch. Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night. And wouldn't you love to love her? She rules your life like a bird in flight. And who will be her lover? Well, your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Will you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win?
And there you have it, Rhiannon from Fleetwood Mac live. I think this was on the Midnight Special TV show, and I think the year was 1976. Fantastic. And as I mentioned at the outset, we talk about all those different members of the band. I mean, Mick Fleetwood behind the drums. I really like this footage because it really showed everybody in the band at one point or another. Mick Fleetwood behind the drums. You had Christine McVie on keyboards. You had John McVie, her husband, on bass. You had, of course, up front, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. That iteration of Fleetwood Mac. I know that before Stevie and Lindsey came along, way back in the day, you had Peter Green, I think, was with the band originally. There's maybe some other members, and off the top of my head, I'm missing some of the names. But, these guys, this, I think, is the iteration of Fleetwood Mac that is my favorite iteration. I think these guys really, once Stevie and Lindsey came on board, they really connected, and that's really, I think, when the band's direction shifted and they really took off. And of course, we all know the if you know anything about Fleetwood Mac, you know about the acrimony and the history and the problems and the fights and all these things. I've heard the autobiography of I've heard like the biography about Stevie Nicks. I've heard Carol. I think her name was Carol Ann Harris or Carol Harris, who was the former girlfriend. I think at the time she was the girlfriend at this point in time, even of Lindsey Buckingham, and just her accounts of the band and Lindsey, his behavior and just all this stuff. These guys have had gone through a lot over the years. They have they just it's been a roller coaster ride actually for all of these folks. Of course, Christine unfortunately has passed on by now, but this band, when they were musically together, they were on top of their game. Everybody knows about the Rumors album. I mean, come on, that's one of the top selling albums of all time, with some of the greatest songs on there from Fleetwood Mac that you could ever find. So I'm going to tell you right now, but this footage right here, I hope that YouTube allows me to actually upload this. Sometimes I have a problem with uploading different videos from different sites. Hopefully this video goes through. If for some reason it doesn't, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I put the link to this performance down below in the description box. But at least, hopefully you'll be able to at least catch the audio. But again, fantastic performance. You saw Stevie right there. She was in the zone. She was intense. I think I said that during the video. I didn't want to make it too many comments and talk too much during it, because there's just so many parts of that song that just were fantastic. I didn't want to interrupt anything, and unfortunately maybe miss something along the way. You guys missed something, so I wanted to stay kind of as out of the way as possible during that performance. But I'm telling you right now, she was intense. She was on top of her vocal game, and you can just see her and Lindsey right there. Just he was banging it out on the guitar, especially that solo part. Fantastic. If you're not a Fleetwood Mac fan, I'm going to tell you right now, this song would definitely get you there. And if this is new to you, go check out their other music. Fantastic. I really, really enjoyed, like I said, I hadn't seen that footage in a long time. Really enjoyed watching it again today. Hope that you did as well. Okay, well, that's it for today's episode. Like I said at the outset, actually, I don't think I did say it at the outset, so let me say it now. If you're not a subscriber, do me a quick favor. Reach over, hit that subscribe button. Join this big family. Let's keep all this great music alive together. Also, give me a like and a share if you would. Right now, we're over 3,300 subscribers, on our way up to 5,000. I know it's not a lot, but haven't been around long, so we're moving up there slowly but surely, organically, and you're helping me getting there would be greatly appreciated. Also, one thing I haven't said before, if you would like, I also have the Instagram link. I have an Instagram account. Right now, it's pretty much just a lot of subject material content's pretty much about the band, bands and artists and songs and so forth, maybe a few memes here and there. I may throw in some personal things here going along the way going forward. Who knows? Check it out. Feel free to give me a follow there. And also check down below, I have a hashtag Face the Music Reactions. You can click on that or just simply go to my playlist section. You can go in there and find all my previous content in there. I'm sure you'll find other songs and artists and music that you'll enjoy as well. Come on back. A lot of other great music in store for you coming right up. I'll see you next time right here on Face the Music. Take care.